Hi, and welcome to Rosebud Homestead. It's the second week in May. It's late afternoon. It's cooled down out here. We're standing in the shade in front of our apple tree guild. And we have a couple of videos on our fruit tree guilds if you want to look those up to find out what those are all about. What we're going to be doing today is a little bit of container gardening. So thank you for joining our community today. We really focus a lot on things like food security and self-reliance and emergency preparedness, and this is all part of being self-reliant, learning a lot of different ways how to garden and produce foods and flowers, things of beauty that we can enjoy. So we'll get started in just a moment. Okay, so I have a couple of containers here and a couple of containers here. These are 5-gallon containers and I have recycled those. I'm going to, I have some tomatoes in my greenhouse that I'm going to grow in containers this year. I'm going to do 2 on camera, but I'm really going to do 6 or 7 of them because I have that many tomatoes left. And then I have these 2 tubs. Jim drilled some holes in the bottom of these so the water will drain out. And we've tested them, it works just great. And I have filled one with this, this is the potting soil, and it's Kellogg Raised Bed and Potting Mix. And these are so good, this soil is so good for exactly what we're going to use it for. I use it in my raised beds and in these container gardens. So this one is all ready to plant. And I have some flowers that I'm going to, some flower seeds and some plants that I'm going to use. This first one is zinnias, and these are from Baker Creek. This was free seeds, thank you very much, it says, for your order. So I was thrilled to get these, and they're just, when you get free seeds, there are a few of them. So I'm just going to sprinkle these lightly on the top. Now this soil comes out of the bag damp, and I really don't want to water it until I go place these where I plan to put them over there in the corner of the by the raised beds. So I'm just going to press those in a little bit, and then I grew some marigolds in my greenhouse this year, and I'm just going to put a few little of these marigolds just in the corner for a little bit of interest. And then I am going to do just a little dusting of this soil over the top to cover those seeds. And then I will water this when we get it over there in place. So this is very easy. Now, this tub you may look at this and say, oh wow, that's going to take a whole lot of that potting soil to fill up this tub, and indeed it will. Now these are about $7 a bag, so they're not that expensive. But I'm with you. I would not want to fill this whole tub with that soil because these roots are only going to go down about this far. So why would I need this much soil? So I left this one empty so I can show you what we did. Now Jim has made a wonderful contribution to this project because he is a Pepsi drinker. So I'm just going to fill the bottom with these bottles, plastic bottles, and I keep the lid on them so that they don't crush down. Taking up a lot of space with these bottles with the lids on so that the air is still hard in there and they can't be compressed down. So Jim, thank you for your contribution for drinking all of this Pepsi for the good of this project.
Okay.
So, now if you don't have bottles like this, what other things could you use? For heaven's sake, don't put gravel and rocks, because that will make these really, really heavy and you won't be able to move them. A lot of times when I do container gardening and I place the container someplace, I often want to change its location due to various things. So put something light. You can put yard waste, you can put pieces of wood, you could put styrofoam, peanuts, whatever. Okay, I'm going to just start dumping this soil in right on top of the bottles. Okay, then I kind of tamp it down so it'll fill in. Pretty well filled in. And this time I am going to put in some very hot pink buckwheat. This is buckwheat. We have grown fields of buckwheat out here for our bees. The bees love both the pollen and the nectar of buckwheat, and this is a different variety. This is heirloom, so I plan on saving seeds of this so that I can build up enough. These were a little bit expensive for seeds, and so I'm going to build up enough of a supply that I will be able to plant fields of this again. Okay, pressing down these seeds with some of this on the top. And these come up really, really fast, for which I am very grateful. And then I'm going to do some more marigolds in this corner, which was a little shy. And I do have some of these marigolds that are actually blooming. Okay, so these two are done. So now let's get to the tomatoes. Now with tomatoes, these I have started from seed, and I am trying out probably 8 to 10 different types of tomatoes this year, because I'm really wanting to find out which tomatoes do best in our area, because so far I haven't found very many. So I bought a bunch from Baker Creek. This is an Amish paste, and if you watched our other video on how to start seeds, I started these with only this much soil in the bottom of the solo cup, and then as the plant grew, I threw in more soil and more soil and more soil. Now we're going to do a similar thing today as we plant, and I promised in that video that I would show how I do plant tomatoes, and it doesn't matter if I'm planting them in container gardens or out in our tomato garden. I will strip this stem as much as I can while still leaving enough leaves on the top for photosynthesis, because all along the stem of a tomato new roots can grow. So I'm very carefully cutting off these bottom leaves because I plan to bury it now up to about right here. So I'm going to dig a hole. And this is soil all the way down, just for this very fact that I knew that I was going to be burying these tomatoes deep. So the Amish paste I'm going to put there so I don't forget what it is, and take this out of the solo and just put it right down in there. And then I'm going to fill it up with more soil. And that is how I plant tomatoes. Now, in a later video, we're going to go around and check these. I'm going to be doing a video on how I prune the tomatoes and then how I string them. Some I have growing up on trellises that I tie, but these that are going to go out on the patio, I'm going to trellis with string, and I'll show you how I do that. Now, this variety is called Chianti, and I've never tried this before. I really liked the description in on the Baker Creek site. Cutting off this bottom leaf, I want to be sure that I leave enough for photosynthesis, and I think there's enough there. So take it out very carefully and then bury it deep, and then add more. So these will develop really good root systems, and I will be fertilizing these every 2 weeks to keep these going, and hopefully we'll have some really good tomatoes. So this is all there is to container gardening. Get your pot, either fill the bottom with something that will take up space, then put enough good soil in so that you have enough for the roots, and then put them wherever you want to try out to see if they're going to grow. So thanks for joining us, and we'll do a follow-up on this in a later video. See you next time.